Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today we are doing our Premier League awards. We're doing absolutely everything from players, young player, but we are doing young player correctly, by the way. We're not doing that nonsense that the Premier League are doing. Saliba is not a young player anymore.
No.
I'm not having it.
No way.
The bloke has literally been around for age. Well, same age as me. I'm not young anymore.
Phil Foden's not young. Like, come on.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. So let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And please do leave us a 5-star review. It helps us more than you can imagine. Anyways, enjoy the podcast. And before we start, good morning, sports fans. So let's carry on. We are going to carry on. Good morning, sports fans. Let's go.
Good morning, sports fans. Good morning, sports fans.
There you go, sorry.
Is that brother? Literally the same thing.
Best player. Let's get the obvious one over and done with.
Salah. Mo Salah.
Obviously. Mo Salah, yeah. I feel like I feel people might jump on us for this. I don't even feel like we need to discuss it.
No.
Simple as that.
37 goal involvements. The only standout player in the Premier League this season.
Yep. Perfect. Anything you want to add to that?
It's the highest goal contribution season ever.
Yeah.
Of a single player. Beats Jeremy and everything.
There we go.
So we are right.
So it speaks for, factually
Yeah.
it's correct. Right then, we'll move on.
As you were.
Yeah. Now on to the fun ones, because I think that was the most boring one, if I'm honest. I wanted to get that over and done with. Put that at the start. Best young player under 21s. So properly, not the nonsense that the Premier League does. Who have you got?
Hoysam.
Milos Kerkez.
Oh, I like that.
Is he in the 21 Kirkes?
20. He is 21 now.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I was still stick with my own thing.
I was going to say, would you switch now? You know?
No. I think Hoyce is just... I love watching this shit. It's been the story of how he's gone from Juventus, didn't rewrite to Juventus, pushed out on loan all this whole time, and he's just coming in an absolute stormer of a season. So good.
15 million to 50 million in one season.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man.
And that's just because of his release clause. They would have definitely got more.
Absolutely, no doubt.
There's a reason Madrid jumped on it.
Yeah.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Madrid have done a great job of that sort of transfer business on them in recent years.
Yeah.
I think he's such an absolute thoroughbred of a player.
Thoroughbred.
Oh,
So good.
Simon.
I've got the same as you. I've gone Hoyson as well. Even though I don't think he's as good as people are. People need to calm down just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I'm believing the hype. Absolutely.
No, I think he's a great player, but like some of the comparisons I've seen online are getting a bit silly all of a sudden.
Is now at Madrid. He's played for Spain already.
Yeah.
Not even 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Well done. I've gone in the world anyway. I'm still not convinced he's real anyway because his name's Dean and he's Spanish. So I'm just putting it out there. His name's Dean.
How do you say Dean in Spanish accent?
Exactly.
Dean. Dean.
If you shrug your shoulders, it doesn't make it any better. I just like that.
Dean. Yeah, put your shoulders up, you're fine.
It's only earlier when I realised that was his name. Yeah, I was going to. I was like Hoyson, that's exotic, and I was like Dean. I was like, he's not
Dean Howson.
Dean. Yeah, he's from
Bradford.
Yeah, played for Wigan in his youth career.
Yeah,
his dad's a Bolton fan. He's not.
He's been in the Royal Navy before and everything. Name like Dean.
Born in Carlisle.
Yeah.
Made him. But no, he's got a.
Hates paella.
I really like the Kirker shout though.
Hates paella. I like Stella. Nothing else.
We've unlocked a theory here. He's actually English.
He's got a bulldog tattoo on his thigh. Loves chips and gravy.
Loves chicken parmo. Go on then.
He's actually went on holiday to Bournemouth and lost.
He loves Harry Redknapp. Loves with a passion.
Funny.
I really like the Kirkish shout though. I don't know why, because I don't think he looks under 21, does he?
And he's played. Hasn't he been there a couple of seasons?
Yeah,
now?
he was definitely there last season. I know that.
I think second season this year.
I think a bit like Caicedo, you don't realise how young they are.
Yeah, I think it's because of how you see with a lot of youngsters, they kind of break onto the scene and then they kind of have inconsistencies, whereas he's been consistently good now for over a year.
That's why I've had him in as my award for it, because he is Mr. Consistent, and he's probably... Is he the best left back in the league?
This is the thing.
He's definitely the argument.
He falls into that category that we said, haven't we, recently? That there's an argument between him, Robinson, Aït-Nouri, Cucurella.
Maybe Vardy on a good day.
I'm still saying centre half.
I know, that's what I mean.
And I'm still saying he's overrated.
With an asterisk next to it.
He's still saying he's overrated as well.
Wow.
I stand by it. I think he scores a few goals, so everyone forgets the fact that
Yeah,
he's
can't defend.
not a very good defender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very true.
yeah, which is a ridiculous. But you know what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah.
I really like that shot.
Yeah, Mr. Consistent, and he's been so consistent at that level now that he's been linked with the biggest clubs in the world, and it could be Liverpool's next left back.
It's nearly
so.
been done deal, isn't it? I mean, Liverpool, again, tangible. Like Liverpool already doing the business now. Like, if Need finished 4 signings, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's what they do, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're one club that. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
It's one club that they just do their business out of nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah, under the radar.
Man, you guys said last summer that they bought only Kaiser, that was it.
Yeah.
They got moved to Blow.
You'd imagine so.
That's
Yeah.
why we're getting Verts as well. And
Verts.
yeah, Verts, Frimpong.
Oh yeah, Frimpong.
Yeah, I saw a stat the other day. It's like Frimpong has been dribbled past 13 times this season altogether.
Oh, it's going to be another Van Dijk.
Well,
No,
stat,
but
isn't it?
I know what you're about to say here. This
Oh,
is good.
sorry.
But then when
Doku.
Trent was there against Man City, single game against Doku, dribbled past 15 times. Single game.
15 times.
Because he broke the record for the most times being dribbled past in any Premier League game.
Yeah.
God.
I say Frimpong is that defensively strong. No one gets past him.
Class.
I'm really intrigued though because he doesn't play in a back four. I've been doing a
Yeah.
little bit of research
Yeah.
into this.
It's a lot of right wing back, isn't it?
Yeah, and I was reading and having a listen. I think it was the Athletics podcast talking about this. That intrigued as to how they adapt because he's the most opposite player to Trent that you will get.
Yeah.
Because everything that Trent does is all about his creativity, his passing. Frimpong is about his pace and the fact that he will beat any man
Yeah.
1-on-1. He is basically just a winger.
He's proper chalk in your boots sort of player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be vibes next season with him and Salah down that right hand side.
Yeah.
The fact that Salah does never comes back anyway.
But they've played quite a lot with that Bradley, who's like similar to the attributes you were saying. Then he is chalking
Yeah.
his boots and flying up and down, isn't he? Very different
I
to
really
Trent.
like Conor
so-
Bradley. I think he's
So do
really
I.
decent.
I think
think
he's
he'd be
okay.
I think it'd be a bit miffed that he hasn't been given a chance for next year.
I think though, but
I know it's different levels with Frimpong,
yeah,
obviously.
I think he's kind of one of those players that you don't mind. If they'd have bought him in when he was a replacement, then you'd be
Yeah,
thinking,
right.
what in the Cedric Suarez is this? But I think because he's come through at Liverpool, everyone's a bit like,
Where's that come
I don't know, because I don't know why that came. But do you know what I mean? Like, because he's come to the youth system, everyone gives him a little bit more
Yeah, you're right.
time. But
No,
I think
I
if they'd
like
bought him in, you'd have been like, he's okay, he could do a job kind of thing. We'll
Yeah.
have him in the squad.
Yeah, very true.
I like this. All Bournemouth, by the way. That was quite
Up the
interesting.
cherry.
Okay, up the cherries. Our best Premier League signing this season. What has everyone gone for?
You're in the hot seat.
Yeah, you're in the corner seat, so you have to go first. Yeah.
I've got 3 players for this.
Oh, get off that
No,
fence.
pick one.
You'll get splinters.
Milinkovic is the best side.
Retweet.
I had originally written 2, and I'd got rid of him, and I've gone for Lacroix.
Oh, Palace.
I
trophy.
absolutely love him.
Yeah.
And he's won a trophy.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think we spoke about how much they were going to miss Anderson.
I was going to say that.
I've missed him at all.
I'd forgotten he existed.
Yeah, and he gets it, doesn't he? He is
Yeah.
Mr. Palace. They love him, don't they?
Proper Flappy Birds, but he
Oh,
works,
class.
isn't it? He's giving it one of them
Yeah,
every-
yeah. Giving it after the game, like big celebrations.
The
and
amount
stuff.
of that he was going,
Yeah.
honestly, at
Yeah.
Palace, you thought he'd like fart at the Wembley. He's literally just getting like this the
Wafting.
whole game, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Have a swallow that, love.
Yeah,
God.
I love him. He's going to take off with the way he's so good. But as I said, yeah, he gets it. And I think
Yeah.
there's a thing about that.
Yeah.
I was listening to a Palace fan talk about this recently on a podcast, saying that like he's come in, and some people would argue they prefer him to Gahey. And the fact that
Yeah.
that's even happened, and
Yeah.
somebody's just come in. Anderson was loved by Palace fans. They were
Yeah, yeah.
fuming. Chalobah as well when he was playing earlier on in the season. They were all gutted. He's just carried on like nothing ever happened.
Exactly. I love that from players when they properly buy in.
Yeah.
Like they're giving, like, it's all or nothing. They're going for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pat the badge after the score a goal. I'm gonna give it to the fans after the game. That sort of thing. Class.
And he
That's what
can-
we live for.
And
Innit?
he can play anywhere across the back three. I think that's back three is a real like specialised. So the centre of a back three is a specialised position in my view. Like you can't have any defender there because Gahey did the start of the season and he was poor.
Yeah.
As a centre of the three, he had to go back to the left, didn't he? Lacroix's gone all across the back three and been superb the whole season.
Yeah,
class.
And as you said, and the little things like he was calling Ward over, he was calling all the players over to
Yeah.
do the group prayer together as a huddle and things. You can just see how much he does in that dressing room already.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of one of those players that has had it, and obviously he became a bit of a meme in COVID.
Yeah.
There was a weird time in
Catch a
COVID.
vibe.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Like, I remember there was a great time. Sorry, audio listeners,
Please go back 5 seconds and watch Sam do that
Like, you
dance.
remember all of that stuff? I can't believe I just done
That
that.
was gold.
You know, we were talking about
That's a new
oversharing,
gift, that's a
overdoing
new
things.
gift.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Oh, that's it.
We've got to make
Someone
a gift.
cut that. Yeah, I want a gift for that.
I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Yes,
I've got to, 'cause it's
thank
going to
you.
be there now. But like, he kind of got a lot of people were talking about how good a player he was, but I think kind of he was a bit overshadowed by that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a joke, wasn't it? Yeah.
But when he came in, he has been a joke, hasn't he? Like, he's been incredible.
He's been class.
Yeah,
really good.
But yeah, a bit
And so
about
the big-
Milinkovic, by the way. Sorry.
So the biggest compliment is so you not noticed Anderson's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Who I thought was the main defender at Palace last season.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was talking about him being one of the best centre backs in the
Yeah.
league
Yeah.
only a year ago, and you just think now, Lacroix. Because
Lacroix.
I called him Lacroix earlier on in the season, and I got
Oh, you.
Crucified.
uncultured swine. You are. Jeez, flip me. My DMs were not a nice place.
Uncultured swine.
So the next video, I even dropped a little Lacroix.
LaCroix.
Literally, might as well have said that. Yeah. It's like
I bet you even call it
now.
croissant, don't you?
Viets.
Yeah.
There's certain players that you've got to do the accent.
You do?
for.
I bet you even call it croissant, don't you?
Like Dean Howson.
Yeah, like Dean, yeah, not Dean. Yeah. Right. Who's your player then? Let's carry on then. Sorry, yeah, let's do a bit on Milinkovic now.
Of the impact he's had on that side. Like,
Yeah.
from 17th to 7th and one of the best defensive records in the Premier League. He has been unbelievable, colossal for him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's brought the best out of Murillo next to him. The two of them are arguably one of the best defensive partnerships in the league
absolutely.
entirely.
No doubt.
And he's just a man mountain of a bloke in it, centre half, Milinkovic.
And he's
Absolutely.
got that scary centre half look to him as well.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Absolutely.
He's going to eat you.
You'd hate to play against him, wouldn't you?
Imagine
Absolutely
that,
hate
back
it.
of your head. Doosh.
Have it.
Yeah.
And it's a classic now. Bull and Gazelle centre half
Oh,
partnership.
there you go. He's got it in again, hasn't he? You're happy now.
Oh, absolutely.
You
But
going to explain it again?
no, they need to. We know now. We know.
Well, we
New
know.
listeners, they might want to know.
They can go back.
Yeah, good. They don't. They don't. I was going to say. I was going to cut you up. They go. They don't want to know. Somebody did say that recently. Is it not the bull and the bull though in this situation? Are they both bulls?
No, I think Murillo's quite graceful.
Yeah. He's
But they
definitely
also said he's
Gazelle.
got. But I do get where they come from. He has got a bit of a bully nature as well.
Maybe he's
He's
like a mountain leopard or something like that.
Wow. Does that work as well? the
Bull and the mountain leopard.
Bit of a mouthful, that is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on with Milinkovic? Because I feel like we could talk about him all day. To be fair, he's so much, isn't there about
think
it?
It's just, it's just everything you want from a signing, isn't it? The impact he's had.
12 mil?
Class.
12 million? Because you got to think last summer there wasn't that many big transfers, really.
No.
And yeah, and you know, he speaks for him as all the top signs have been like about less than 20 mil, really, haven't they? And yeah, he's been top, though.
Only 27 years old. And you think about players like, was it Felipe last season they had, like the old...
Yeah, Felipe.
He retired,
With
didn't he?
the
Yeah.
top
like,
knot.
players like him, yeah. Like you look at how much they've improved, like drastically. And I think, as you said, yeah, he's a big
When
part of it.
Felipe came in, though, it was a massive improvement in their defence then, wasn't it? And this
Yeah.
is just another step as well.
Joe Worrell and players like that before.
Yeah.
Joe Roll wasn't there before, yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great bit of business. from him.
Willie Bolly was still starting like he's barely played
Bolly.
this year. Being
go.
honest.
Tell you what, the one thing I did realise though when we were looking at this category, like how poor a lot of the signings have been. There haven't been many great ones, have there?
Off the back of this, we're going to do a top 10 signings of the summer. Off the back of seeing that, we've got to do that.
I think.
Sorry, not of the summer, of the season, because
Yeah.
a lot of them could be loan players that came in Jan.
Exactly.
Because honestly, like,
Yeah, the January transfers nearly stole it for me.
I nearly had that as well. Yeah.
Genuinely as well, I really consider Agbada because our defence was that bad before. When he came in, he transformed our defence.
Yeah. I'm
And,
glad you
it,
did
and it
that.
was massive for us. No, it's
I'm really
ridiculous. So I
I was
really
looking
consider
at like Alcaraz and players like that because I was looking through, going
Yeah.
like who
Marmouche and stuff.
Marino as a striker. Like I was thinking, could that be an argument? Like
Yeah.
I was thinking, like this is.
it's been a poor
It's
window, really. Yeah.
bad. There aren't many good ones, especially for the big boys. Flip me, look at United.
Really poor.
I went through earlier, like every transfer. I went onto the Sky Sports website. Every transfer that was made this season, you go through, as you said, getting
Stinky,
10 together
stinky.
is going to be really difficult. That's why
Yeah.
I think we've got to do it.
It'd be more fun to do
Gonna
the top
be
10 worst signings.
Oh, don't you worry.
Well,
we'll
that'd
do
be
it.
easier.
Fully evolved for that. No, because it's so difficult. It's also poo.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. Well, it's really funny you've mentioned that. Then the next category is the worst signing of the Premier League
Great
season.
segue. Love it.
Who have you got then, Si? You did just give me an open
I have
sorry.
got two here, but I'm going to go. I mentioned the one later on. So the worst signing was Fabio Carvalho for 30 mil at Brentford.
Thank you, Simon.
Good grief, I forgot that happened.
Exactly. Exactly the point.
30 million
30
quid.
mil.
Blimey. Mine seems a bit irrelevant after that.
I spoke about this recently on a video. He's 19 games. I think he's got 4 starts this season.
Yeah.
Awful.
Terrible.
Because he was the
Really
signing
bad.
that, you know, when like Thomas Frank gets players working in the system,
Yeah.
and they don't really get transfers wrong. I always think with Brentford, he was one I agree with you, but I thought
I think they took a punt on him.
this but they must have seen. So don't get me wrong, he was brilliant at Fulham when he was in the Championship and things like that, but he's not worked since then at all.
No.
I think as well,
Hull was okay, but it wasn't
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
and I think as well when they didn't expect Damsgaard to be as good as he was this year. It's probably his 4th season at Brentford. Damsgaard. It's not really set a pace
maybe.
alight as he for a long time. And this year's gone up. This is actually a really good player.
Yeah, one of the better players, yeah.
And it's really pushed Fabio Carvalho back. And like, wasn't I don't know if he's injured. Wasn't on the bench at all on the weekend. I have no idea what's up with him, where he is, or how he is at all. Is he well?
I hope he's well.
How much did you say he was? Sorry.
30 mil.
He's 20, by the way. I'm just double checked just before comments come for us. I only know. I've just double checked for you. 20.
Okay, well,
On tra-
he
it's still
rises to
bad.
30.
No, it's still bad. I'm just with you before Brentford fans come for us, and
Yeah.
I can edit the clip. 20 million euros, mental. 23 million euros. There you go.
So yeah, Fabio Carvalho for 20 mil. Awful.
It's still bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
thought, but
That's
at
a lot of
least
cash in it, yeah.
It's not quite as bad as 30 mil now, though.
it's still bad though. 20
Yeah,
million
it's still
is
bad, of
awful,
course.
really.
Yeah.
And it's like he's gone missing. Like no one even knows what's going to happen.
He
to
went
him.
out to Germany, didn't he? Last for a loan. I can't remember where he went. Was it Leipzig or was it one of those teams like that?
I think it might be Leipzig. Yeah,
Was
you're
it
right.
Leipzig? Because he went somewhere and it didn't work out. Came
No.
back to Liverpool. We've never
Oh,
really
yeah, I don't know
seen
where he
him.
went.
I'll have to have a look. But he was.
I think it's Leipzig. I think you're right.
I think it might be Leipzig.
I feel like you're the man who will know this because you're the Bundesliga man. So if you're
You are the
RB
Bundesliga
Leipzig,
man.
yeah, loan transfer. Nothing happened. Yeah. Oh, he went back. He got sent back in December, and then he went to Hull.
Oh, God.
Yeah, weird one though. Brentford don't normally.
No,
Get many things wrong, do they? But
that the striker for this signed for 30 mil.
Igor.
Thiago.
He's a man mounted, by the way. He is such a big.
But is he any
shout.
good, though?
He'll have an impact next year. I've got
reckon?
no doubt.
I really hope like he gets a proper
Yeah.
run in because I feel bad for him that he got injured before he
Straight
even got
away,
to
didn't
really
he?
kick a
He's
ball.
potentially got the best bid in Premier League as well.
Best beard.
Best bid.
I like that as a big shout.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. Okay, we'll look out for that, listeners.
Yeah.
Good beard. Great beard.
He's going to have a good
Might be
season
the
next
best.
year. It
Might be the best beard. My favourite beard.
Who have you gone
It's
for?
a really well groomed beard.
Who have you gone for, Joe?
Raheem the Dream Sterling.
That's such. I'd forgotten
Yeah,
about
good.
that.
Really
That's
good.
such a good shout.
The press, the marketing of it when he signed, you're about to see the best version of me. Still waiting, Rick. What a weapon. What on earth was that all about?
No, it's meant to push Saka's like players, and they were like,
Yeah. And we all thought, I thought when they signed him, I thought, cool, that's a good bit of business, that
Yeah,
one.
I thought as well.
Arteta knows him, knows the system.
nothing.
Oh, blimey.
And actually,
Awful.
the 17 chap Noir is far better than him.
Oh, and Ranieri are brilliant. Absolutely
Which
brilliant.
is embarrassing for Sterling. His
Just-
career's now washed, isn't it?
I think he's had more haircuts and more hairstyles than starts for Arsenal.
I think I said then Kamara. I was like, no chance.
Don't be silly. I was about to say.
Don't be silly.
That's such
But
a good shout.
For me, it was the first one that came to mind and I stuck with it. The amount of money he'll be on as well,
Yeah.
coming from Chelsea, it's going to be touching 200 grand a week, isn't it?
I wonder how long he's got left on his contract. Actually, let's have a look.
Can I
Chelsea.
give him an honourable mention because I need to do it for this one? João Felix.
It was one of the two names that I
Absolutely.
noted
And
down.
it's been so bad. At the second, I don't know how bad he is anyway from 2 years ago. So I wanted to go, yeah.
Well, the fact he's
get
already
him.
gone as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mental.
And
Isn't
AC
it?
Milan don't want to keep him at all.
Yeah.
They like, and Cole Walker, you seen the video of him proper shouting at João Felix, pass the ball. You're not that good. Pass the
Yeah,
ball.
none of us are Messi. Yeah, that's what he said. Wasn't he?
Ridiculous, man. Yeah, so it's really telling.
His contract is up in 2027.
Oh, wow.
Sterling's is.
Oh dear.
God, what's going to happen to him then next year?
I'll have him at the Albion. West Brom could have him. Yeah. That could be his level.
Well, God, yeah.
That's the whole
Deadly
wage
serious.
budget for the squad done. Though.
And some.
Yeah, we literally got rid of Diangana because
That
we couldn't
debt.
pay his wages. Yeah,
Straight back in it.
got rid of John Swift and Diangana, free up the
Yes.
wages and Semi Ajoy. Let's have it.
Get him in. Put it all on black.
Oh, he looked great in stripes, wouldn't he? He looked good in stripes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He will look good as stripes. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I was missing this year. Arsenal's playing kit. He needs the stripes, doesn't he? Clearly.
Clearly.
17 games. been all comps for both sides this season. 2 assists, 1 yellow card.
No goals.
No goals.
Cheers, Raz.
Champions League, 6 appearances, 0 goals, 2 assists,
Surprised by 6
3 yellow
appearances.
cards.
I suppose he's got 6 appearances in
We've
the
got,
Champions
we've
League.
got FA Cup as well. 1 appearance, 0 goals and 0 assists.
Has he not
One
scored
yellow
this year?
card.
But in the Carabao Cup, no yellow cards.
Oh,
But then in the League Cup, this is where his form changed. 4 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 yellow card.
Yes,
Oh,
yellow
There
cards.
we go. He did get a
on
goal.
fire.
So expected yellow cards per game was quite high.
Yeah, more yellow cards than goals.
Just
And this
what you
guy's
want
probably
for-
like 200 grand a week.
Oh,
Isn't he,
and
as well?
the rest. There'll be more.
Yeah,
than that.
Chelsea's 300, 400 money easily, yeah.
He'll be on a fortune, and he's been rubbish.
Yeah, I love that. I don't feel like I'm going to go after that. That's such a good shout. I'd forgotten he existed. I went for, this is for you, Guts, and for all the podcast fans, Dominic Solanke.
Well done, you can collect your award.
It's got. I
Finally.
had to put him in. I was thinking, I'd got him on the side, and I was thinking, if no one mentions him, I have to. I've got a duty. 9 goals.
duty.
Yeah, 9 goals, 2 assists in the Premier League this season in 27 appearances for over 60 million
60
Great British
million.
pounds.
Great British pounds.
Goodness me.
The fact that this guy, and what blew my mind is the most goal contributions and goals, by the way, of any English player in a single Europa League campaign.
Really?
Yep.
How many
And
was that?
Very well spent.
I felt disgusting to be English now.
But that's then winning the trophy.
Exactly,
so
yeah. No, I know, but I've still got to say, he's still awful. For 65 million, 9 goals.
The
Do you know,
return's not.
we're going
what
to
he's
talk about
supposed
my
to be.
newcomer in a minute. Sorry, my most improved player in a bit, who has outscored him. It's mental when we come to
interesting to see who
him.
it is.
A player that I didn't even believe. I had to triple check that he was outscored by him, but we'll come to that in a minute. But yeah, Dominic Solanke, the bloke literally for a career wears silly masks and poses with trophies. So fair play to him
what,
for that.
You see, it was the journey of or was it Aura Farming?
That's it. That's
this
a new
mask on with.
new vocab. That is
really
aura
weird.
farming. Don't know what
What?
it means, but that's what he does apparently. We're down with the kids now. I
Yeah.
saw that earlier.
I see-
Aura farming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Jed Spence, Aura Farms himself all the time. Obviously, wears sunglasses of podcasts.
Apparently, it's to
but-
give off like you're creating aura, like you're farming moments, so then you can give off that you've got aura.
Yeah, yeah.
So by him
Right.
doing his silly mask photos and posing and
You think he's got aura?
well, he's farming his own aura.
Right.
He's
So it's
creating
not
it.
real aura.
Every day is a school day,
It
chap.
is, I had to check the
It's like
comments.
creating your own avatar online, isn't it? A little bit.
I was literally going through the comments and somebody was like, I'm way too obvious. Can someone please explain what this means? And I was going through reading the thread. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I get this now.
Yes, thank
Somebody
you.
will probably tell us we're wrong, and I've got it wrong, but that's what I take from it.
Right.
So the bloke Aura Farms. for a
Aura
living.
Farms.
Yeah, I'm going
What was this pod come to?
What have we come to? That's a new low in this podcast.
Actually, best newcomer in the Premier League this season. Who would you give the award to?
Aura farming
Oh.
is someone actively trying to appear cool or have a positive aura by performing random acts or behaviours, often in a way that is perceived as over the top or forced.
So then,
See Dominic Solanke, Jed Spence.
yeah,
Absolutely.
wearing sunglasses. What was Jed Spence wearing sunglasses in every interview, by the way?
Yeah.
What's a
And
weapon?
Neil Warnock's still in his head. Another little dig, didn't he? Again.
He's in your
Yeah,
head.
I respect it. Okay, then the best newcomer in the Premier League this season. Who does the award go to?
Arnie Slot. La, 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 la.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah, for me, it's the obvious.
Yeah.
The only real sign at Liverpool last year, but absolutely spot on.
And the best signing
Yeah,
of the
by an
last year.
absolute mile. I mean, I think it was the start of the season. Gutter said that's the best sign. Like he called it. Gutter didn't very early on.
don't give him the credit.
I'm going to give him his
You
kudos.
feed it- he's-
You're aura farming
You're
for
aura
gutters.
That's so good. Well done.
Really good. That's really good. Yeah,
We're going to use this way too much.
We are.
I can tell already.
I've got a new term. I know what it means now.
But yeah,
Essence.
Yeah.
essence is so ridiculous. Isn't it? I've heard no one else use the word essence either.
It's just
on any
Matt. He's
occasion.
trying to get it
Matt.
going.
It's just pickle white.
Yeah, it's just pickle white.
But yes, like just
Say slotty.
You did just say slotty then. I swear you just
It's slotty.
You did just say slotty. I'm
Our mate
convinced.
slotty.
no.
And did you have the same as well?
I did.
I went because I thought I'm going to give him an award later. I thought I don't want anyone winning more than one award, so I've gone for a player.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've gone newcomer as somebody that's broken in this year. I don't think he's the best under 21, but I've gone Miles Lewis Skelly in the sense of a newcomer. I feel like he's completely come out of nowhere.
I like it.
Yeah,
Not only broken into the Arsenal team, because he hasn't played a full season, he's kind of coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Broken into England,
Yeah.
properly burst onto the scene out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Did well for England as
Yeah,
well.
because if someone had said that name last summer, I probably would have gone, who?
Who?
Yeah, you're right.
Whereas now...
He should be starting for England.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? In
Yeah.
that sense.
Whereas
I
now,
looked
you
at
know,
it.
Lewis Skelly is actually his full last name,
Yeah.
and he's called Miles.
Not just
He's not Miles Skelly. Yeah, but I kept calling him at the start because Mike gets very
put
annoyed.
some
at that.
respect.
I even said Marino, so he'll be happy. Because I called him Moreno last week, and Mike didn't enjoy that. So there you go. I said Marino as well. in this
Marino
episode.
and Miles Lewis Skelly.
Exactly. There we go. I can speak English now. It's mad that this is my job, and I can't even say players' names right. Le Croix. Look at me go. But yeah, that's the way I went with it because I thought I don't want Arnie Slot winning all the awards. Don't like that. One
Fair
award.
enough.
That's the
Yeah,
way I
I'm
do
with
it.
you. One award.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then move on. I don't want to hear your speech twice.
No, exactly.
Probably the biggest moment of the career getting even mentioned on this podcast.
Get your
So we're
awards,
not
sit
gonna-
down.
Yeah, sit down. Stop being silly. Anybody else that sprung to mind though? Because you've done managers there. Have you got any players that you can think of? Or?
Liam Delap was one that I thought of.
Yes, I like that.
That makes sense.
To get himself linked with some big transfers now, and he's been impressive. His numbers haven't been great, but I mean, to be a goal scorer in that really poor Ipswich side, he's doing all right, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll be off anyway, won't he? Regardless.
Yeah, he's got all the attributes to be a top striker, hasn't he?
I think 30 mil is actually a cheaper fee for a striker who's proven to score goals.
I'd hope we'd be sniffing around him for 30 million
Yeah,
quid.
absolutely.
So we're talking Solanke being 65 million.
Well, exactly.
What would you
There you
prefer?
Absolutely.
He's outscored Solanke. Yeah, mad, isn't
There
it?
you go.
Yeah.
Have you got anybody that you can think of? Or sorry, I'll put pressure on you here. If not, we can move.
I don't
on.
say best, no. I could think of good newcomers, but I can't think of the best.
So who I nearly thought of, and you got to give it to Arnie Slot, I thought, but Vitor Pereira, I thought of as the best
yeah,
newcomer.
fair shout. I say it's a good one. I wouldn't say it's the best one.
Yeah, but I thought it came to mind because of how bad you were.
Oh, no
until
doubt,
he
yeah,
came
right.
in, and then to pull you away from that battle at the bottom
Yeah.
by a fair distance in the end.
It's not spoken about enough, is it? Really, because of how casually he did it.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
not a
kind
good,
of
it's not a
went-
top
right.
job.
I know you went on that good run, but that was the only time that you ever got any credit.
Well, yeah, there have been teams around him.
you're
haven't
right. And I think because of the bottom three are so poor, it was sort of just like disregarded a little bit, wasn't it? I guess.
And because of how he went back to basics and you
Yeah.
became difficult to beat.
And
which
without
isn't the
Cunha for most of
yeah.
it.
You're right. Because he came in and went, well, this side just isn't physical enough. So in January, he buys Agbadu and Marshmanetzi. Marshmanetzi's got the highest running stats on average since January in the Premier League.
I see.
Like
There you go.
he's not doing he just keeps running the whole time. He run all four corners of the pitch if he could. And
You centre mid?
He's been playing like number 10,
I see.
but he just closes the keeper down. Keeper's not got the ball. He closes it down still.
Class.
He cuts out the angle.
Just going to run.
Yeah, yeah.
I love running.
Like a dog with a tennis ball, basically. He's like, oh, I love this game. Just where is it? I love it. I love it.
I love running into space.
Yeah. And
Open grass space. I like that. I like that a lot.
and he really helps like Larson as well. He's worth a newcomer.
I have to admit, as much as we've joked, he's had a great season.
Oh, it's a
14
top
goals
season.
in the Premier League, I think it is now.
Absolutely. First is Premier League, 40 goals, you take it all day.
Yeah.
22 mil is going to cost us this summer. Bargain.
I was going to say,
Genuine
definitely.
bargain, that is.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, then the next one, most improved award. Who gets that in the Premier League this season?
Graven Birch.
Shout. That's a very good shout. Morgan Rogers.
Okay, I'll talk us through yours.
Season before, it was bought for a lot of money and did a lot of nothing. Didn't he? He sat on the bench for most of the time. Klopp didn't really rate him. I think it was more of a board signing, wasn't it, than a Klopp signing. And then, this year, like obviously Dutch coach coming in, but just transformed his whole career all of a sudden. And you forget he's like 22.
He
Dead
was
young.
Yeah, but I was looking at all the young players. I thought, well, how was he 22?
Yeah, I didn't believe it because he seems to have played.
He's 26, isn't he?
Yeah.
I remember him
Just
at
is.
Ajax. I remember
Ajax,
at Bayern.
Bayern,
Yeah.
And
now
Liverpool.
So he's a great career already, 22.
22, yeah.
Many trophies. You think, fair play, actually.
The new Kingsley Coman.
Yeah, he probably
Literally, it made me feel really like crappy earlier when I was editing some clips of me trying to say like you may have seen it or may have not. A lot of people, it's become a little thing in my comments at the minute. I couldn't say Keith Gillespie. I can't say it. Gillespie.
Keith Gillespie.
I can't say his name. I really struggled with it. And I said it wrong, and I was trying to edit a clip again for me to say it correctly. And I was thinking, this is what I'm doing in my life. And then I've just seen on my separate screen what he's achieved, and he's 22.
Yeah.
22.
It's like, what am I doing in my life? I can't even speak. And this guy's literally won so much in his career already.
Yeah.
They had like 3 careers in itself, isn't it?
That's
That's
mad.
like, he's almost redefined himself in each.
Incredible.
Even in Bayern Munich, he was playing defence sometimes.
Yeah.
What's happened here?
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
back a lot of the time.
Cool.
So yeah, he's come to Liverpool, redefined himself as a really good defensive mid. He's allowed McAllister and Szoboszlai to have really good seasons as well. And no one saw it coming, did really, for me.
No.
at all.
Yeah.
Everyone was sort of like, well, who's the third midfielder? Didn't really know, did you?
Yeah,
No.
it feels, as we said, a signing in itself, because we were all saying like Endo's getting old.
Yeah.
They need a holding midfielder, and then
Well,
he just
Eden was
steps
getting
and
old when I
he's-
signed him initially.
oh yeah, I was going to say yeah,
Yeah.
but he just seemed to get really old
Yeah.
really fast. Didn't he? Even though they signed him old, he got really old.
So
Very
he's
slow.
Firmly a centre half and can't do anything else. Can
Yes.
They're playing at right back, haven't they now?
Yeah.
I love it. It's so slow. Wing,
Shut up
heavy
shop.
touch. Yeah, there we go.
Shut up shop.
Talk us through Morgan Rogers then.
We obviously signed him from Borough last year. Championship, fairly unknown. You obviously knew there was a bit of talent there, given his background. And then he's gone on to be like one of the best number 10s in the league. Like, he's so highly rated now. It's
Well, you said he was left winger before.
Well, I played number 10. We played with 2 number 10s, don't we, Simon? Remember? So,
Just took it to yourself.
yeah.
This is from the group chat.
I was going to say, this is literally it. This is getting a little bit of inside knowledge
Yeah.
there. There's a little insight to what goes on, the fun we have.
And then he breaks into the England squad. I think he's just taken up like levels. He's filled out. He doesn't lose the ball. There was a stat. It was the player who's received the ball the most through the lines in the Premier League. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I think I know
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
I know. Oh, great trophy! But it shows how good he is taking it on the half
I know what
turn.
you mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really good. That's fast.
that was good.
I wonder what you were doing at the start. I was like,
rumbling.
okay. I was just
Yeah.
saw you just drill then,
He's just having a stroke over time.
as we're all just laughing at you. Just,
Time to call.
I love. Oh, yeah, carry on. Sorry. I
That's
think
why he
it's
gets my
I think
award,
It's a big
yeah.
thing. And you said, didn't you, before about how important he actually is to the Villa?
If he doesn't play well, the Villa don't play well.
I remember you telling me that before, and then watching the Wolves game with you. Sorry, I don't mean to bring it up between you two. I'm not trying to wind you up here, but watching that game with you after what you'd said, when he had a bit of an off game, didn't he?
Yeah, you can tell.
You could just tell that the whole team goes flat.
Yeah,
Pocketed him.
There we go. I knew
Yes.
that. Yeah, yes. You doubled up on him at times, didn't you? Every time he got the ball, people would just swarm.
yeah.
him.
You stop him. You stop the Villa at the minute.
Yeah, I love it. Now, my newcomer, my most improved, by the way, is a bit of a left field shout with somebody that's only come on my radar recently. He's been at Brentford now for a few years. Kevin Schade
Kevin
Yeah,
Schade.
yeah. Came for a lot of money as well, didn't he?
came for a lot of money, over 20 million.
Yeah.
Been there, I think it's 2 seasons now, and he's been loaned out. 11 goals in the Premier League this
Yeah.
season.
Has he got 11?
11 goals and 2 assists.
Mad.
Before that, he'd scored 2 across
Did
2
nothing, yeah.
years. Because I forgot the number then, and I was thinking, but I put him in most improved because I used to think he was absolutely cack. You know, one of those
Yeah.
players
Yeah,
you
you're
bring on
right.
and just think,
Pace merchant.
what is the point?
Yeah. Didn't know where I was fitting in with Brentford side at all.
There's a lot of players that, like,
Yeah.
I think there's been so many strikers in recent years that we've seen have done this at clubs that are in and around those kind of areas where you just think, what is Vinicius at
Yeah.
Fulham and players like that are just
God,
there.
He's still there.
I know,
Is
it's
he?
mad. Yeah, he's still there.
Oh my
These
God.
players who just come on and just
Yeah.
do a role, like,
Yeah.
and their role is just to run about, close people down, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like Ross Stewart at Southampton, like these players are not good enough to
Scored
be
his
at this
first
level.
goal for the Saints
I
on the
know,
weekend.
mental, isn't
Mad.
it? Forgot he was even there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like those are the kind of players that's their role. Is it Unal at Bournemouth who got injured? You know,
Yeah.
they've got-
Yes.
He got like 20 minutes as well.
no, it's just what are these signings? Like I look at them and I always think, what is the point in you being here? But then he this season has stepped up, especially towards the end of this
Massively,
season. He's actually like competing. The fact he's got 11 goals.
That's
But
mad.
he scored a hat trick, didn't he? Thought get one against Chelsea potentially or someone else. It was a really good hat trick.
He had a really good season, and he's played 38 games like this season, but he's mainly off the bench. Like, but
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, we talk about Vissa and we talk about Mbuemo and things, and what they'll do when they go.
Yeah, unsung hero a little
He's
bit.
just going to casually just come in.
Yeah, besides.
11 goals is mental. Another player scored more than Solanke. That's why I was scrolling down. I was looking for. I didn't realise he got that many. I was looking for Solanke's goals for the doing the notes on him, and I saw him. I was like, he's got to be most improved because I've always thought he's useless.
Oh, class.
So there's mine.
So under the radar again, sort of Brentford.
Another Brentford player,
Yeah.
but getting over 10 goals is most improved because I thought he was useless.
Yes.
And he's not useless.
Turns out he's quite good.
He's all right.
Or we could give it to, and I always thought we could give it to Nottingham Forest as well, but that'd be boring.
Yeah.
So we're not giving it them. Who is the best manager of the season in the Premier League?
I'll still have to stick with Slot. I'll give a second award.
Oh, boo.
I don't care.
Sit down, Slot. You've got your award.
Yeah.
I am sat down.
Slot, not Si.
Ah,
You can stay sat down if you want to, though.
thank you. As you were.
As you were.
Who have you gone for?
Eddie Howe.
Yes, I love this. This is good.
Trophy, Champions League. What a job.
Yeah, you got to respect that.
It's incredible, isn't it, when you look at it as a whole? And the fact they've got Champions League football again on the shoestring budget that they had this summer.
Yeah. Some job is and that the performance in the cup final to completely outfox Liverpool.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you think about, like, I know we joke about it all the time. Players like Murphy, and Kraft, and those players that have had as many minutes as they have says everything.
Yeah.
The fact that he's got that going.
It's now silly that Murphy's not actually in the England squad. Like he should be there.
There's an argument, isn't
Yeah.
there? Which seems silly, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the season he's had is mental.
He could easily be in there and hold his own.
Yeah, I like that shout because of what he's done and what they've achieved. With that squad should not be where it is.
No.
The team should be, but the squad, in that sense, the starting 11 should be. The starting
Yes.
11 is elite. We say it all the time. It's arguably the best midfield trio in the league.
Yeah.
But then when Eddie Howe first came in, and he still had some of those same players, and he's just improved them so much
Exactly.
as well.
He's obviously some coach.
Like Shah's been there for a number of years, hasn't he? For example,
And how good is he?
And he's a brilliant centre half.
Yeah, Shah's class.
Really good centre half.
Well, he just shoots from everywhere, doesn't he? Shoots. And I think I'm going to double check that this is right. Yeah. Like Emil Kraft, you looked at his career. Like he's 30 years old, and I feel like he's coming to his own now. Like, it's
Yeah.
mental, isn't it?
He's
Mr.
been moved
Reliable.
from right back to centre half, and he plays centre half actually okay. Isn't
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's
It's not a bad squad player to have, I guess.
It's just bizarre, isn't it? But the whole team just works. He's got them going, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And even the kids that come through as well, he just seems to manage them really well. I think, and even Longstaff, who's been last year was a mainstay. He's come out of the side a bit more this year. But when he does play, he's still been brilliant for him.
Yeah. Lewis Miley as well. Like they're still managing him,
Yeah.
and yeah.
He's still a child, isn't he? Like,
Exactly.
It's mental.
Yeah.
Mental. But yeah, I like that shout. I went Slot because I didn't give him an award earlier, so I thought I'd give him this one. So it's pretty boring to discuss why.
Yeah.
Congratulations, mate. Well done. So the next award then, the biggest overachievers in the Premier League this season. Who does the award go to?
Forest.
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 Unanimous decision.
Yeah. They won't sustain that.
No
Yeah.
chance.
To go from 17th to 7th, unbelievable. What a season. But it's not. I don't think that's their level.
No, it's not. The massive achievement. If Salah Gibbs White does go to Man City, which is, I think, very likely to be honest with you, the team's going to be picked apart.
Yeah.
Sales is like the goalkeeper's massively overachieved himself. Like he's not as good as he's playing.
No.
He can't do it for the video. I just can't believe it. He's been part of some worldy saves.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
Same with Chris Wood, form of his life. What a player, but
Still can't get the England squad.
I still can't get the England squad.
Gets me every time. There's so many players, aren't there, that have come into form that they've never had in their career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hudson-Odoi.
Elanga.
Forgotten player for years. And
Yeah.
been brilliant all season for Forest.
Nico Williams has been brilliant for him.
Yeah,
Like,
and at left back.
I know.
Oh, it's mental, isn't it?
Yeah. I just don't think they'll
Isn't
sustain it.
Aina, his contract's up as well? I think.
I think it
Oh, is
is.
it?
And he hasn't signed a contract
I
yet.
don't think he has.
So it's like these kind of players you look at and you just think,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. They've had a great. I think there's other teams in there that could have been in with a shout, but I just think it's just out of this world what they've done. We've never seen
We absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
realistically a team do what they've done.
No.
But I think Nuno's got this habit of making teams do better than they should do, really.
Yeah, getting a bounce.
Yeah.
But only for so long.
Yeah. Like he'll eventually go stale. He'll no longer be able to find solutions, as he always says. He needs to find a solution for this problem. It just stops.
That sounded like that came from
Yeah,
there,
it did. There
didn't
was a bit
Yeah.
of ill
I
feeling
felt
there.
like you wanted me to hold your hand then. I thought you were going to have a little cry.
Just
then.
experience, just experience.
Yeah, and quite often, as you said, after they've had a bad, when it gets bad with Nuno, it gets really
It's
bad
toxic quickly.
because it's such a great brand of football to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
when you're losing, it's like I compare him all the time to what happened with West Brom and Pulis. When it's winning, it's incredible.
Yeah.
No one cares about the football.
Because winning's fun.
Exactly.
Simple
But
as
when
that.
you lose, when you're playing that style of
Yeah,
football,
it's awful.
it
That's
gets
not fun.
bad really fast.
And so
Yeah.
it's like, we don't had no shots again.
And then with your
Christ.
owner as well running down on the pitch shouting, this has got a recipe for
Yeah.
disaster. I know
Yeah.
Forest fans won't like that, but they can't keep this going.
Yeah.
We don't think.
We know. I
We know.
I've seen
It
it.
can.
Oh, it can. Oh, it can.
Oh, it can.
Okay, then biggest underachievers in the Premier League this season. Who does the award go to?
Phil Foden,
Oh, love it, Si.
the youngest Phil. How can you go from being the best player in the league last year to being nothing this
That's
year?
such a shout, Si.
I love
Absolutely
it.
nothing. Because the obvious is Man United, let's be honest. But Phil Foden, like, I can't understand the drop off at all. It must be something on his personal life because he's nothing. He's like another Jack Grealish. Nothing.
Yeah. 7 goals, 2 assists in 28 games. Compare it to last season where he was literally taking Man City,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
dragging them along.
He was the main player and he's barely a squad player at the moment.
Mad.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Someone
ever
so
since-
talented.
Since the really poor Euros
Yeah.
hasn't improved.
They've broken him, yeah.
Well, I saw something about this. I can't think of any player in my lifetime where we have seen a drop-off as drastic
Do you know
in
what I
front
mean?
of our eyes when it's not age-related or even
Yeah.
injury-related, realistically. I know he's had some injuries, but it's like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Literally, in the space of 3 or 4 months, he's gone.
Yeah, to nothing.
Because like you can talk about Casemiro and players like that, where
Of course
it's
you can.
age and things, but there's no excuse. The bloke's 24 years old.
Should be in his, or coming to his prime, shouldn't he? Generational talent. People wanted the England squad built around him, like we all did.
Gary Neville still wants him to.
Yeah, well.
It's a crime.
That was really good.
I really like that. That was really good. Oh yeah,
So yeah, the youngest Phil was definitely his biggest underachiever for me.
still going. Still no one sent one in.
No,
There isn't one.
It's just not. It's a fact.
he's the youngest.
That's a fact.
I really like that shout because I'd instantly gone to Man United.
Yeah, I tried to be a bit different.
What have you gone for?
Arsenal.
Oh, I love it. Rate it so much.
I'm getting out the shot of this because they are the nastiest to me.
How they've come second the year when the trophy was theirs. How have they not won the FA Cup? It's not talked about enough, the fact that they've just flaunted themselves to
Right.
second.
Again.
Just as I said on the
Yeah.
other episode, 3 points ahead of Man City. Man City classing that season as a disaster. They've won the same amount of trophies as Man City.
They nearly came third in a 2-horse race.
Yeah,
I never didn't. Until
no, nearly did.
Very close.
Did their best to.
Exactly. Yeah, the end of the season been terrible, but it's so bad to
Yeah,
watch.
decent Champions League campaign, obviously, to get to the semis. Fair play, but the rest of it's a farce.
No, but they win the Champions League though and beat Real Madrid in the quarterfinals
Yes.
over 2 legs. Don't be silly. Come on.
This gets me every time. The podcast when that ran for the whole episode. Every time it got. That was the longest edit I've done. I had to pause it like 3 times, and I'm creasing when like Matt, and everyone's just going every time. No, but they won the Champions League when they won the semi-final. Honestly, won the quarterfinal. I was howling.
So funny.
So good. But yeah, as you said, like all of the cup competitions we've spoken about this year, it's not going to be one of the big boys.
Yeah.
In every competition they've been in, bar obviously the Premier League,
Yeah.
FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League.
Yeah.
How they. He's now the specialist in failure, the new specialist in failure. Mikel Arteta.
Girls must queue up to be Arteta's other half because he always finishes second.
The delivery of that was incredible. I don't even know how to follow that. Yeah, I said Man
I
United.
hope that said it. I really do.
Yeah, no,
Never will.
It will. Man United, I've said is obvious.
It is Man United.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I can't. No, but it's boring, so we don't even need to discuss it.
Yeah.
I just neglected it.
I literally, I went to type in my notes and put this is Man United, and then I realised that's not even a good point. Just Man United as a whole.
Yeah.
Full stop. Done.
Yeah, don't even come up and collect your awards. You're not even allowed on this stage.
Yeah, stay that down, yeah.
What is your favourite game of the season and in this season in the Premier League?
Does it have to be Premier League?
No, it can't be just anything in general. Like I said to you, whatever.
Good.
Sorry, I'll
What-
ask the question again. Sorry, what is your favourite game this season?
It's a game I stumbled upon Benfica 4, Barcelona 5 in the group stages.
I remember because you were the only one in the group chat
goodness.
watching it, weren't you?
Yeah.
What was the other game that was on that we were all watching?
I think it was Villa Juventus or something like that. Might be the same week.
Was Real Madrid
can't
Liverpool
remember.
as well?
Maybe.
I'll find out.
And oh yeah,
can't remember.
because I like to go a bit rogue with Champions League choices because I don't like watching English sides generally because it's opportunity to watch more European football, I think. And yeah, 4-5, it's ridiculous.
Class.
Rafinha's got a brace. So does Lewandowski. And this kid scored one. And like, the Benfica centre forward, never heard of him. Hat trick, brilliant.
Yeah.
Chesney, one of his first games we returned to Barcelona, was awful, was catastrophically bad. But then made some of the most unbelievable saves as well to keep the score to only 4 goals. They conceded.
Class.
Just pure basketball, brilliant football. Loved
Brilliant.
It was the PSG versus Manchester City night.
it. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the game. It was that, and I'm looking. Is Monaco versus Aston Villa?
Oh,
It was that day.
stinky.
Yeah. So I just that game for me.
Everyone was tuned into the Man City game, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's should have been one of the best games of football I've watched in my life.
Class.
So entertaining, just brilliant. And that's when I realised Rafinha's actually really, really good right
Yeah.
now. And I've always struggled to believe how good this ex-Leeds player is. And now I'm fully on board that he should be winning the Ballon d'Or.
Class.
Like, he's so good. Oh my God, I love Rafinha.
The fact
now.
that the records he's broken
Yeah.
for Barcelona this season is out of this world.
And he's a
isn't
skipper. I just can't get,
Yeah,
I can't get
it's
that over my head either.
Class.
Barcelona
That's not
skipper.
aura farming. That's actual aura.
That is aura.
I need to stop it. I don't like it. It doesn't feel right, does it? When you say it?
farming.
What have you gone for?
For the Prem, I went the Merseyside derby, the 2-2 with Tarkowski scoring last minute. But if we're talking about European football, Inter Milan against Barcelona in the knockouts, that was
what a
also
game.
well up there.
We were recording, weren't we?
Good grief, what a game that was.
That's the only problem sometimes with the
Yeah.
way the podcast falls. But
Yeah.
that's how committed we are to the cause, by
It
the way.
is.
Because I even missed the Merseyside derby as well.
Oh, that was just scenes. I think I celebrated that as much as any goal this season. Tarkowski scoring. Oh, such a good goal. Under the lights at Goodison in the last season. Big atmosphere.
Yeah.
It felt big for Liverpool, dropping points as well. The scuffle afterwards.
Oh, we have a scuffle. For that
Oh,
as
mate,
well,
yeah, Decore getting sent off. But the goal and the limbs,
Yeah.
I just loved it. It was proper box office.
Football.
Really like
Proper
that.
football.
So was that, and then what was your other game? Sorry,
Inter Milan, Barcelona.
that was it. Yeah. Which leg did you say you preferred? Was it the second one?
the second
one that was
yeah,
carnage.
at Inter. Yeah.
Just thinking back now, yeah, that was we were recording, weren't we?
We were recording,
There you
and we kept seeing the score and popping up another goal.
That's-
We rushed down. It was the quickest recording.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
half
That
an
was
hour
what, yeah, that was
episode.
one. Didn't he make half an hour?
Yeah, yeah.
Because Spotify, like they basically came up with a notification asking if it was okay with the upload. Because it's like by
So
far our
short.
shortest episode by a mile. It
Rushing
literally was.
downstairs
We
to
all
watch
looked
it.
at each other like, let's
go.
So many people messaged going, because we kept mentioning the score and kept it all in, so everyone knew what was going on. We got down, didn't we, for the.
At the time.
Extra time.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I love about it is we watched it with my uncle, who he just sleeps all the time. He's fast. So my uncle's fast asleep on the sofa, and like Matt and Sire sat next to him, just fast
Just
asleep.
crept in?
Yeah, we just crept in. He's just fast asleep in the corner. Just just ignore him.
Funny.
Such a good game.
That's when you start here again.
Honestly, we're all just like just carry on talking, lads. This is normal.
And Pardew was just like, what's going on? Just carry on, mate. Don't worry.
Just carry on. Don't
Focus
worry
on
about it. Yeah.
Class.
That's such a good shout. I did. My favourite game of the season was the Spurs 3 Chelsea 4 game.
Scenes.
It was
Good
December
game, yeah.
recording.
We were out, weren't we?
We were out, which also made it even better.
Yeah.
We were out. I can't remember where we were. We're somewhere in
Box, weren't
Birmingham.
we?
Yeah, box in Birmingham. Lots of beers, and it was how you know
Million
it's a good
screens.
game is if you've been on having a good day, drinking all day, and you all stop your conversations to watch a game of football and actually.
Actually
watch a game after you've been out for 5-6 hours. That says how good a game is, because the
Yeah.
amount of Sunday games we've watched as a group, where
And not really pay attention. And so go, oh, it's been a goal.
Let's go.
the amount of times I've watched back highlights and gone, I do not remember that happening. Like,
Yeah.
but this was a game where we all locked in and watched it, and it
Yeah.
was incredible. Cole Palmer with the chip,
The chippy chip penalty.
Oh, was it Sancho as well turning up in that game as
Yes.
well? It was just there was so much going on. It was incredible. Like I I remember just that time as well. In that time in December, I think is the best time of Premier League football when it's just games like left, right, and centre.
Yeah, class.
single
That
day
meme,
for
isn't
like
it?
30 days.
Football, more football.
Another big team faces another big team. There's a relegation scrap between another team.
There's so much, like, that was just incredible.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Class.
So good. Is there any other mentions that you thought of when you were thinking of this, by the way?
Aston Villa won by Munich 0.
I thought you were going to say that. I don't know why you didn't say that.
No, I was sticking to Premier League.
That's fine. That's
But
fair enough.
Aston Villa won by
So I
Munich 0.
messaged straight away going, can I do another one? I was like, yeah, of course you can.
That game was, it's one of the best games in my life, so I had to stick with it. I've not even thought about anything else.
Class.
I respect it. Also, some of the games I've seen, I wanted to say FC Köln versus Dusseldorf. That was an incredible game I got to watch live. Sparta Prague versus Slavia Prague. Awful game of football. One of the worst
Great
games I've seen in years.
But the atmosphere.
But great atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
This weekend's game actually was up there. Falindra FC versus Tereferon
Wow.
in Wales in the sticks.
Nice.
5-2. Incredible game.
Scenes.
In the Montgomeryshire Amateur League. Oh,
Oh, yes.
football.
Proper.
Joe, you'll like this as well.
I don't know how to respond to that.
This is proper football to the point where I was really peckish at half time. We're in it, literally, there was a gap in the hedge on a country road. We literally just dropped my car off on this country lane. I'm thinking, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Went with Tom, and Tom was like, oh, fancy a bit of food. I was like, there's going to be no food here, Tom. There was a pub opposite. I was like, oh, Sam, we'll go in. The pub was closed because it's the goalkeeper.
No.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, my goodness. So
How
good.
good is that?
Class.
And then to add to it, we were then like, there'll be a shop like somewhere. We'll go at half time. We walk down the road. 2 minutes, we're back onto Country Lanes. That's the village. It's literally 2 minutes through. There's a little book swap in a post box. 2 houses at the pub. That's it.
What's always a book swap?
I don't know yet. Why have you got a book swap but you
Yeah.
haven't got anywhere I can eat? I then did some
Lovely words.
I was literally like on my maps trying to find somewhere we could go to. Tom asked ChatGPT, where's the closest place I can buy food? It was 20-minute drive.
Oh, my God.
Petrol station. No, that's football.
Yeah.
That is football.
And that's my best game of the season.
Love that.
That's my real one. I wanted to give him a shout
That's
out.
nice.
That's exactly, yeah. Great standard. I'll have to show some of the footage of some
I
of the
can't
game.
wait to see it.
Oh, it's going to be. This is a video I'm really happy to make. Well, I do kind of feel bad though because it is just.
How'd your super like on TikTok?
It's just literally just. You what? Sorry.
How'd your super like on TikTok?
Just keep smashing.
Yeah.
Like, really like. You can actually, if you want to gift, you can gift if you want. Send me money, but don't actually do it. I'm joking. I would never ask you to do that. I'd send it you back if I could.
I'll buy it,
Actually,
yeah.
I'll take your money. But yeah, I can't wait to send you some of the footage of that. The guy as well who owns the pub didn't have a great game. And I feel like
Oh, do you not?
He's not going to like me from this video.
Oh dear.
I can't help it.
No free
Barred
parts for
from the
you.
pub, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. The only save he made was it came off the post and hit him in the face. And I've got it on camera.
Oh no.
He's one of those birds like, yes!
Yes.
But also, oh, please don't say
Ryan
I'm
the kisser.
filming you. I was thinking, please don't. But there we go. That is everything then from this week. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's the end of season awards. Very important. The most prestigious awards.
I was going to say the most prestigious. And we did it right. We did it after the season's finished. Not like stupid football clubs that do it before the last game of the season.
Does my head in. Things that should happen after the season is you should wear your kits after the season.
Yes.
You should release your new kits at the end of the season.
Yes.
You shouldn't be doing any of that. Shouldn't
Yes.
need to get player of the season, voting for player of the season.
Nope. Goal of the
Ridiculous.
season. You've still got another game to play yet.
There could be a great goal.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Be better.
Weekend.
Oh, here's a question actually then.
Literally.
Yeah. What's your best goal in the Premier League this season, Si?
Oh, my favourite goal of the season was Marshall Manetz's goal against Brentford on the last weekend of Premier League. From the goal kick to the goal, 3 touches.
Beautiful.
Big centre
Beautiful.
half, goal kick, big striker, flick on, massive runner, hit it as hard as you can.
Hit it hard.
I love it.
Hit it hard. Hit it so hard.
I just love it.
Oh, it's so hard.
Where did we go to Austin Powers?
I don't know. You did.
You turned into him.
I know. Put my teeth back in.
Just purely to fight back at the Premier League, doing their awards before the end of the season. I think it was Gomez's goal for Brighton. Oh, that didn't get voted
Yeah,
either,
right.
did it? Silly. And now I don't think it was another. Is there any other good goals from this weekend that you
Oh,
can?
not from this
I'm
weekend.
trying to think of just to beat the point.
Gundogan's over a kick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually.
Actually, yeah, that's well up there.
So actually, what would be your best goal?
John Duran against Everton.
Yes.
Good grief. Or Marmouche.
Oh, Marmouche is
Yeah,
last week.
Marmouche is
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
That was
They're both
ridiculous.
unbelievable strikes.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones where you actually get, for both of them, he hasn't. Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Oh, he has. And it's incredible, isn't it, when it hits the back of the net?
Yeah. You see, so talking about goals of the season, the Villa did obviously, hence being wound up by it, they did their awards before the last game of the season. So part of me thinks the players were on the beach at Old Trafford, but that's by the by. John McGinn got given our goal of the season for his goal against PSG. Took a bloody deflection.
That's it.
Wait,
The one to get us back in it at home.
that's because
Someone's panicked.
That's because of the moment, isn't
Yeah.
it? Everyone's gone it
And
so much, isn't it?
In his speech, he's picking up the award. He went, I'd just like to thank John Duran for leaving.
That literally is.
Yeah.
Spot on.
He was
yeah.
deadpan with it as well. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for leaving because he'd have won this.
That's spot on. I hadn't thought of that.
Unfortunately, John can't be here tonight to collect his award.
Is he doing all right out there?
No,
Is he not going well?
dropped off a cliff, yeah.
Is he? I'm not at all surprised though. At all by that.
There was a highlight reel that got released and it's not looking good. bruv.
Well, he's got to stay there for quite a while to get that paycheck. hasn't he?
Yeah.
Got to work a full tax year.
Well, there's
before,
no danger of anyone buying him at the minute based on his current form.
Yeah. Well, that's a lovely note to finish on. If you're watching, John, I believe in you. A king can come good. You can be the man at Al Nassr now. Ronaldo's leaving. So
Yeah.
who knows?
He's going to sign for another club before the club World Cup, apparently.
Apparently.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I'll
FIFA will
talk
probably
about
pay
another time.
transfer
Yeah,
fee.
FIFA are probably knocking on the door. You are playing, mister.
You got a
Off you go.
You got a 6-week contract.
Yes.
And you're
For
gonna-
Chelsea.
and you're going to win 100 million
And
pounds.
the answer is yes or yes, Cristiano.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. And there you go, guys. Thank you, guys, for listening. We will see you next week, and the fun begins from next week onwards, where
Oh,
we will
yeah.
not be doing a Premier League episode. It is 2 debates every week.
Yes.
Lots of games, lots of drafts, lots of quizzes, lots of games night episodes.
A big fat quiz.
Oh yeah, and that big fat quiz hopefully will come in July. We just need to organise a date in the calendar that we can all do. Don't worry, it is coming. A lot of people were hoping it would be next week. I'm just telling you now, it will be coming, and we will be keeping the same teams as last time.
Are we?
Oh, yes.
good.
Redemption.
Just purely
Oh,
because
shall we lose
Mike
this?
had guts on strings, bringing it up,
did.
and then it's like, it has to happen now.
Redemption.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. Thank you for listening, and if you want to send in any questions for that episode, please drop me a message or message me